Welcome to problem 25 from chapter 14. In this particular case, in part A, you're asked to draw a product structure tree. And you can see how it's laid out for this particular problem. That the parent, low-level code 0, is the stepper. That for each stepper, you need, there's three children, A, B, and C. For every stepper, you need one A. For every stepper, you need three Bs. And for every stepper, you need two Cs. That's what the number in the bracket refers to. Now, A is a child of stepper, but D is a child of A. So A is the parent for D. And A is also the parent for F. And B is the parent for E and F. And C is the parent for D and E. And you can see there's two Fs for 1A, three Fs for 1B, and two Ds for 1C, and three Es for 1C. You turn that diagram on its side, and you back it up as we did in an earlier example. So the lead time for the stepper is 2 time periods, and in this case, you need some in time period number 8. In this case, they're in weeks. So you need steppers in week 8, but it takes 2 weeks to put them together. So you better have all the components in week 6. You back A up by the lead time, which A has a lead time of 1. B gets backed up by the lead time of 2. And C has a lead time of 3. So you just subtract and move from right to left as we did in an earlier example. And then you continue on. A has a lead time of 1. F has a lead time of 2. E and F, of course, both 2. D has a lead time of 1, as it does for A. And then E has a lead time of 2. So if today is day 0 or of the time period, you don't have to do anything. But in week 1, you better start to either make or order some E's. In week 2, you better start to either make or order some D's and some E's, and you'll see the quantities in the material requirements planning document. In week 3, there's an F that you need to start. In week 4, some more D's. In week 5, there's nothing new going on, except for the fact that you start to work on A's. And in week 6, you start assembling the A, B's, and C's for the stepper. So you take the stepper master production schedule and you identify the fact that related with the aggregate plan. So the gross requirements, you need 50 steppers in week 8. You have 20 on hand. So if you don't place an order, is how I've always viewed the net requirements, you're going to have a shortfall or negative inventory of 30. The lot sizing in this particular case is lot for lot. And so if you need 30, you're going to order 30. And the lead time again is 2. So you're going to back this up by the 2 weeks from here to here. And so it matches the time-phased product structure tree up above. And again, the software will do all these calculations for you. I'll create a separate video for the Excel software for chapter number 14. And that's how you recommended you do on the test, is use the Excel software. And it will do all of these calculations for you. It will drop this down. You put in the quantity of 10, it'll calculate the 20, etc. And it will also multiply the fact that it takes more than 1 unit, like 1 child, to make a parent or one parent has more than like two. If I go up, let me explain that again. So if you see, so A only requires one D, but two Fs. It'll do that calculation for you. B requires one E, but three Fs. C requires two Ds, but three E's. So it'll do the calculation for you in this particular case. And it would have taken the 30 here, multiplied it by 3, and that is where the 9E comes from. So it does, if you enter the information correctly in the OM software, just like you would do it in industry, where they have MRP software, which is usually tied in with your enterprise resource planning software, then it will do all of these calculations for you. It's a very calculation-based type of problems. It's a derivative of your forecasting that you did in an earlier chapter. And so it's just calculations, which is really good for, where computers excel. And there's massive amounts of calculations done. You can see this on this simple example. And when we go and do the software, by the way, we'll actually wind up doing all the components. We won't just do A, B, and F. So it's very important that you watch the Excel video.